I think that there's a huge sort of celebrity culture which is driven by the lifestyles that people lead and the kind of cars that they drive and the places where they go out and party and that kind of stuff. And it's all about the more you've got, the better it is. It's this kind of bling-tastic approach to life. And in some ways, that's no bad thing. You know, we all want to have nice stuff. But actually, if it's stuff that we can't afford, then that's really bad news. And we see, unfortunately, quite a lot of celebrities getting into difficulty because of that, because they try and live beyond their means. And Michael Jackson is an example of a celebrity who had real money problems because he just went out and spent more than even he had. And so if we just pick up the magazines and just watch the telly and think, gosh, I need to have all that kind of stuff, if in some sense our identity and our sense of value comes from the stuff that we own, then I think that's really dangerous. We've seen recently a rise in the number of women in their 20s going bankrupt. Wagruptcy, it's become known as, because it is that sort of aspirational shopping, and that's really worrying. And so actually we do need people to be a little bit realistic about how much they can afford and take advantage of, you know, the sales and getting things as cheaply as they can. And remembering that actually you aren't what you own. It isn't all about how much stuff you've got and whether you've got the right brand of trainers and, you know, all that kind of thing. Using your money sensibly, actually in the long run is the cooler thing to be doing. We've got into a very sort of instant gratification society where we want to be able to buy everything now. There's no reason why I should wait for those new trainers or to buy that new PlayStation or whatever it happens to be. But actually getting back to the idea of saving up to buy an item or something like that can be really important. Just speaking personally, I know my parents, they stopped our pocket money when we were 14 and said, actually, for all the things that aren't essential that you want to buy, you need to save up. You need to learn to have the discipline to save up and wait for those things. And actually, I think that does stand us in good stead. And it doesn't mean that you can't have the stuff that you want. It does mean that you just need to be a little bit patient about it. And doing it that way, rather than borrowing to buy these things, actually in the long run, because we're not paying interest on the borrowing, makes us richer. It means we can afford more stuff. So actually a little bit of discipline, while it sounds boring at first, actually you end up doing much, much better because of it.